Do you want to buy a lakefront home in Champaign Urbana, but you don't know where to start? Well, listen, in this video, I'm going to show you where you can find waterfront homes for sale in Champaign Urbana, Illinois, and exactly where they're located to simplify this whole process for you. So if you're ready, let's go. Hi, my name is Brock Collins, and I'm your local real estate agent in Champaign Urbana, Illinois. I get people calling me all the time and say, Brock, I can't find waterfront homes in Champaign Urbana. How do I find them? Where are they located? Well, listen, sometimes with the online sites, it's a little bit difficult to narrow this down. But what I'm going to do is simplify this for you, and I'm going to take you on a map around town, and I'm going to show you where they're located and actually what you can and can't do on these waterfront properties. So we're going to simplify this, and at the end of the video I'm going to show you 3 nearby lakes that you can drive to if you want to boat, if you want to ski, if you want to just go fishing for the weekend and take your big power boat out. I'm going to show you these bonuses at the end of the video. So if you're ready, let's jump right in and take a look at the map of Champaign Urbana, Illinois, and let's find some waterfront homes and even luxury waterfront properties for you to consider if you're thinking about buying a home in Champaign Urbana. Okay, so here's a map of Champaign Urbana, and I'm going to narrow these waterfront properties down for you. They're pocketed in different areas of town, not the easiest to find with online sites, but let me just narrow this down just so it'll help you in your search. So to get an idea of where we're at right here, I want to show you this is Urbana right here. And so basically Urbana encompasses this area of town here, okay? And then I'll show you, here is Campus Town, so this is where the students at the University of Illinois reside during the fall year. And then one other thing I want to show you is this is the city of Champaign. However, the city of Champaign is quite a bit bigger than Urbana and encompasses all of this area here. So to simplify this, I'd like to start by showing you waterfront homes in Urbana so that you can see what's available there. Now, just to preface this, you're going to find way less waterfront homes for sale in Urbana because Urbana's got way less waterfront properties. So let me zero in on a couple that you might want to consider as you are looking for the perfect home. So the first area that I'd like to show you here is called Stone Creek. Now, there's not a ton of water there, but these are some waterfront properties. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see what we're looking at. And this is actually surrounded by a golf course. This golf course is actually now owned by the University of Illinois. However, there's waterfront properties along the edges here and a couple here and some back here. So this whole area right in here is Stone Creek, and there's still room for development out there. And so this is Stone Creek, and this is going to be limited options what you can do on the water. The views are really pretty. However, there's no power boats allowed, so mostly you're buying it for the view. All right. So let's take a look at another spot just to the north of this. So again, we're on the east side of Urbana. This is where we just were. And now we're going to come up here to the northeast corner of Urbana here to Behringer Commons. All right. So let me take you into here to Behringer so you can kind of see what that looks like. So we've got a couple different waterfront areas here. There's some condos here, and then we've got houses all around this lake, this waterfront, and this waterfront. Now again, no power boats are allowed in these because the waterfront just isn't big enough. However, you can have paddle boats and the views really are pretty. So there's all kinds of different price ranges here from about $400,000 to $600,000 depending on the size of the property. But if you'd like to live in a waterfront home in Urbana and buy a waterfront home in Urbana, these are the two options that you can consider in Urbana. Okay, so remember, this is Champaign, this is Campus Town, this is Urbana, and all of this is Urbana here, okay? So we have looked at this area here at Stone Creek in Urbana and Behringer Commons right here. So waterfront homes, this is where you're going to find them in Urbana. So let's take a look at Champaign and see different options. Now, you're going to find more options in Champaign for lakefront living or waterfront living because the development the last 25 years or so in the west side of Champaign and southwest side of Champaign has been quite a bit more than Urbana. So let's take a look at the first property or the first waterfront options in Champaign. All right, so what we're going to do is come over here in the northwest corner of the city of Champaign, and we'll look at the first options here for waterfront properties for sale. All right, so we're going to start here in Boulder Ridge. There's not a bunch. There's a little water here around these houses. These are actually privately owned condominiums, and then you'll find some in here as well. And then here in Timberland Valley subdivision, or excuse me, Timberline, there's a row of houses here that get a pretty waterfront, and then another waterfront of these houses here. And then if you go across the street to the south, you're going to come into Timberland Valley South, and you've got a couple pockets here of houses on the water and in here. Now, if we hop over here to what's called Sawgrass subdivision, same thing. We've got bunches of houses on this, and they kind of built blocks around these waterways. So this is the first option that I wanted to show you in the northwest side of Champaign. And now what we'll do is move south on Champaign, still on the west side of town, because that's where you're going to find the most water properties to take a look at. Okay, so we just looked here in the northwest side of the town, and now we're going to go a little bit further south. So I'm going to show you this. And here's a couple waterfront subdivisions that are on kind of the straight west side of town here on Champaign. So let's zoom in here and take a look. And what you're going to see here is we've got some condominiums back here, not many of them, but some of them and face the water. And then here we're going to take a look at Turnberry Ridge. Turnberry Ridge has this bigger area that's got all these houses all around it on water. So again, the properties that are on the water are going to be a little bit more expensive than if you were right across the street from the water. However, the views are just fabulous, and I think you'll like them a lot. Now, again, all of these that we're going to be referencing, you can have paddle boats on, no motorboats, no gasoline boats, but you can still enjoy the water with a paddle boat or a small boat and just get out on it. It is allowed, but I think you're going to love the views on most of these areas. All right, so let's see. So then we're going to come down here to Glenshire. So Glenshire is going to be all this right here, and half of this first section is on the water. This water is really pretty. You're going to find all kinds of wildlife on this water throughout the fall. And then on the other side, same thing. This whole area is built around the water, even out to the peninsula. So I think you're going to like these areas as well. So we're going to go a little further south here and show you some more. So just for perspective, we were just right here. This is Glenshire, this is Turnberry Ridge, and we're going to come right over here to the west and take a look at Abbey Fields. Now, what you're going to find in Abbey Fields is luxury homes for sale. They're going to be a little bit more pricey. You're going to find homes in here from about $600,000 to about $1.5 million, depending on the size. A lot of these homes out here are very grand in finishes and sizes. So Abbey Fields is right out here. And if we come right below it here, we're going to find Chestnut Grove right here. And again, these houses are more luxury than not. You're going to find that, and then also directly below it, we're going to find a couple of waterfront pockets here in Ironwood, the latest edition of Ironwood subdivision. Directly to the east of that is the Trails at Brittany, and again, a little more luxury waterfront living here. From the smaller side at about $625,000 up to right now there's a property for sale for $1.7 million. So again, most of these are bigger homes that you're going to find that we've seen in these last couple sections, okay? Now, if we just hop across the street here to Lincolnshire Fields, this is a golf course, and you're going to find properties on these. These homes here were built, some of them in the 70s. They're still pretty prestigious homes, pretty prestigious areas. There's a property for sale out there for $850,000. But this is a little bigger, but again, you can have a paddle boat, but no boat's bigger than that to get around and enjoy that water. And one of my favorite lakes, if we come just back to the east here, is Maynard Lake. Maynard Lake is all attached, probably one of the bigger bodies of water that we have around here. And these houses also were built in about the 70s range, and there's all kinds of different designs. And because this area is such a popular area, the houses have been kept up really well, specifically on the water. So these are waterfront homes. There's a property right here for $625,000, and that's kind of what you're going to find for the most part, and up at Maynard Lake. All right, so that's a cool lake. I really like that one. Okay, so we were just here at Maynard Lake, and we're going to come down to Prairie Meadows, which is right here. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see it a little closer. So we got Prairie Meadows here. We've got a little bit of condominiums here. So just a couple face this. This is a nice body of water here. These homes are actually pretty nice homes, and the view from just about every angle of Prairie Meadows is really nice. And then we've got a smaller pond right here, smaller body of water. So what I'm going to do now is take you directly to the south of that. And I'm going to take you, so just so you can see. So here we are at Prairie Meadows, and now I'm going to take you down here to Cherry Hills subdivision. So at Cherry Hills subdivision, homes for sale here are going to range from about high 300s to about mid 500s. So Cherry Hills has several waterfront areas that they built in this. This was built in 9 phases, starting here, and they moved to the south in each phase. So these homes down here are going to be newer than the homes up here. But again, like I say, if somewhere around 350 to mid 500s is what you'll find properties for sale in here. And what happened was further they went south on these phases of building and the neighborhood out. Some of these homes are bigger as you get closer to the southern end here, okay? Okay, so we were just here at Cherry Hills, and now we're going to come down here to a subdivision called Liberty on the Lake. And this is a newer development over the last 6 or 7 years. So we've got some condos up here, a little bit of condos here on each side. These are houses. And then you're going to have houses on the water back up in through here. Now, the lakefront homes for sale in Champaign here at Liberty on the Lakes are going to run from anywhere around $500,000 up to $700,000, depending on the size. And so you'll find that in here. Now, a lot of people ask me, Brock, where do I find a little more affordable lakefront living in Champaign? Where can I find the best waterfront home in Champaign? Well, if we take where we're at right here, let me zoom out just a second. I'm going to take you directly north to this area right here. So, right there. All right, so I'm going to zoom in. And this is Windward Boulevard here, but you're going to find this here is all condominiums. So they're 2 stories, so you're going to find a lot of units in here that the price points are significantly less. They're pretty nice units, actually. And then you're going to find more of a zero lot / condominiums running alongside this, and these are pretty affordable compared to what we've seen so far. So this is like a bigger sky view of waterfront homes in the Champaign Urbana area. And again, you're going to find way more options if you're looking for lakefront living style in Champaign than you would in Urbana, just because the growth has been that much more over the last 25 years in development. Now, I do have a lot of people that already own boats and they like to use them, like big boats, ski boats, fishing boats, power boats, and they want to get out and they want to enjoy them. And when they are either local and they don't know, or they're moving to the Champaign Urbana area, they don't know where to use them. So if that's you and you have a boat you'd like to use, if you'd like to go water skiing on the weekends, if you just want to go boating on the weekends, or perhaps you like to take your boat out and go fishing on bigger lakes, where are they around Champaign Urbana? Well, let me show you where they land and how easy they are to get to, pretty quick as well. Okay, so for boating lakes in the Champaign Urbana area, what's the nearest? What options do I have to put my boat in the water and enjoy it? All right, so let me show you here. Right here is Champaign Urbana. All right, just to the west we've got Clinton Lake. Clinton Lake is a pretty big lake. You can get out there and enjoy a big boat. You can ski, you can fish, you can just boat all day on a pontoon if you want. So from Champaign to Clinton Lake, it's going to be about a 35-minute drive to get there. The next option is Lake Decatur, and so let's see, so that's Clinton Lake. Lake Decatur is going to be down here, just a little bit southwest. And the Lake Decatur, also a big lake. You can water ski on that as well. And Lake Decatur is going to be about a 45 to 50-minute drive from Champaign Urbana. And the one last area I want to show you, maybe the bigger water of them all, is called Shelbyville Lake. Shelbyville is going to take you about an hour and 15 minutes to get there. So either one of these options, Clinton Lake, Lake Decatur, Shelbyville, Lake Shelbyville, any options, and you should try them all and see which one you like the most. But these are all options to get out, get boating, and just enjoy if you wanted to have maybe not a lakefront home to live in, but you just have a boat and you want to know where to go. You can do that. Or you can have the best of both worlds, live on a waterfront property in Champaign, Illinois, and then take your boats here on the weekend or whenever you have time off. So listen, if you're considering moving to Champaign Urbana or buying a home in Champaign Urbana and you'd like to have an expert to help you and to simplify this whole buying process, it would be my pleasure to help you out. My name again is Brock Collins, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Feel free to reach out and connect with me, and I look forward to talking with you very soon. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time, take care.